Podcast activated.
And I'm here.
Yeah.
Can't believe we traded Sonic and Robotnik for you.
And Emily.
Well, Emily.
Well, yeah, but come on, that's like early season stuff. Remember, when Emily's here, I'm not. When I'm here, she's not.
It's like the pokeroo.
Pokeroo.
I mean, polka dot shorts?
Why don't we cue the polka dot roll call?
No, we schwa the roll
Is that
call.
the best we got? Are we seriously to that point?
Yeah.
Man, we need like a special like guest star. We need Poochie.
We don't need Poochie, we need Jack Black.
Jack Black.
How about we meet halfway and have Mr. Black?
Master Black?
Oh, Master Black works.
Alright. Cue the roll call.
We are live! Zenkaigan!
Connect.
Loading.
Broadcast.
Tempered Zeal! Bluecaster, Super Ichi!
Loud and impulsive. Greycaster. Late.
Illuminating the Tokuverse. Yellowcaster, Hologuard.
Quick on the draw and draw on the quick. Redcaster. Savage Fox.
Broadcasting hundreds of opinions across the world!
Radio Sentai Castranger.
Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger episode 281. Blaze is on point with episode Kirlia.
No, I'm sorry. It ain't episode Corellia. It's episode Beta Spiro.
Ah.
Look how adorable it is.
Looks like a pre-evolution of Psyduck.
No, it's a pre-evolution of Spiro.
I was gonna say it looks like Baby Spiro.
It's Beta Spiro.
No,
Spiro.
it's
I love
baby
it.
Psyduck.
Where the fuck did that come from?
So it's
Because it looks like it has duck feet and it's like the shape.
No, I
of
mean,
a
where
Psyduck.
does this Pokemon come
Oh,
from?
so it was an original beta concept of Spiro. So Spiro was
Galarian
originally going to look like that.
Galarian
And then we
Psyduck.
got the final result of Spiro, but I actually like that Spiro more. It's
Yeah,
cuter.
someone on Twitter's been taking the sprite designs of the betas and like designing them to look like proper like art style Pokemon.
I was playing D&D the other day, and I realized... I was playing D&D with my friends the other day, and I realized that if I'm doing what I call my goblin voice, it's like my high-pitched like creature voice, I realized that if I say a certain word, I sound like I'm a drunken Irishman.
Oh.
Cool.
So there was a bunch of gnomes, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna take you down, and we're gonna feed you potatoes!" And I realized that I can't say potatoes in a weird voice without it sounding racistly Irish.
Well, as someone who is part Irish, I give you my blessing.
Yeah,
I'm part Irish.
I'm quarter Irish. So
We're all white here. How are we not all part Irish?
Yeah.
That's not racist? Question mark?
I mean, I'm Scottish and Irish, and
Yeah.
I'm sure I've said this before, but I will never, until the day I die, ever be able to tell them apart.
I'm German.
Oh my god, yeah, that makes sense that Totodile would be this voice actor of Donald.
Okay.
Potatoes.
So,
For
those
those
who-
first.
so for those who might be listening to this for the first time,
And which,
listening to-
why would you? This is episode 281. Go back and watch the first
A bunch of
episode.
fucktards that talk about Tokusatsu.
No,
You're
no,
welcome.
we're not a bunch of fucktards, and we're not a gaggle of friends.
It's all
We're
about
a gargle
the
of
gaggle
friends.
you made
We're
along
a
the
gargle of friends.
Oh, okay.
We're all Gar.
way. Yeah, we get together,
Oh,
we talk
God.
about Tokusatsu, Kamen Rider,
I'm Blue
Super
Gar.
Sentai, and sometimes Ultraman, but not really. And sometimes I'm going to make a joke about that thing that I'm going to make a joke about at some point. You're not going to see it coming. Also, skip the dishes for some reason.
Oh, can that be the April Fool's episode this year? It's just me talking to like
You're just all of us.
yeah,
Oh, that'd be amazing. I'd listen. I'd pay to have that happen.
like
And so can you if you subscribe to our Patreon.
but like that would be
Yeah,
it.
$100 tier Gar only episode.
Wow.
No, that would be it. Like I would be all of you guys. Like I would try to be like you.
Every voice,
I want to be like you!
I would love
Every
to
voice-
see you try to be me.
every voice
That'd be
you...
fucking
I could do an
hilarious.
impression of all of you. That would be amazing. Would you like to see me try?
Probably not now.
I don't know.
Do
Or
me.
we're gonna do it.
I'm interested. Oh boy.
He's like reconfiguring himself.
Yeah, I was watching the Clone Wars. Oh man, I can't wait till I'm caught up on the Clone Wars. I'm really into the Clone Wars right now. Oh man, when are they going to put out another Mandalorian?
Denny's! That's pretty spot on. Clone Wars Season 7 out now. Visit Plus.
Alright, here's my impression of Ichi. Fucking damn it! That's my impression of Ichi.
Fuck!
Well, you peaked the mic, so that's accurate.
Again!
Yeah, there you go.
Well, you didn't peak the mic that time, so don't try to peak the mic.
And the next episode of Ultra Ranger will be out in a few weeks.
Coming out never.
After I go back to Dunville, it's gonna be great. You want to hear my impression of a Super Sentai character? I am a Super Sentai character. I have a British accent.
Or Russian guard, God.
Hey, who in the cast wants me to do an impression of them? Or who in the chat?
Oh god.
Which person will do an impression of you?
What do you?
Same sweater every day at the...
It'll be spot on.
What do you mean you do?
Alright, Blaze, I'm gonna do an impression of Blaze. Hey, I'm Blaze. I like lasagna.
Wow.
Talk about my balls.
Sick Jax Films joke.
So this week we're talking about 01 episode 23,
Right.
Ryusoulger episode 46, and for our Sentai tribute, Gar, take it away.
Akio, take it away. Yes, my good sir.
No, stuff him back in the box. It's too early.
Yeah.
Did somebody call me?
Not yet, Roboborg.
Ow,
All right, I'll be back later.
I'm not drunk enough for this.
You don't drink.
Exactly.
Oh, I had to get my beer. I have a beer in the fridge.
Sharing is caring.
I will never be drunk enough for this.
Just making sure the bag wasn't by the heater. Anyways,
Beer.
for
happening?
our Super Sentai tribute episode, we are talking
VR?
We were supposed to do a VR Trooper show.
We're supposed to do a fucking Captain Power show.
We're supposed to do a lot of things, but we're lazy / busy functioning adults with things to do.
We are. That's true.
Next time, or this time, talking about the show we always make jokes about.
Gentleman.
I don't want to be a gentleman.
That's gentleman.
Gentleman.
I want to be a gentleman.
Got to be a... Always functioning, always in disguise.
What?
Anyways.
Always flying fighters, flying through the skies.
You know, I
all I got.
gotta give you a high five for coming in.
What show are we talking about first?
So we are talking about the first, for the Super Sentai tribute episodes, we are talking about the first 3 episodes of Chojin Sentai Jetman. Legally available on Shout Factory's streaming site right now.
It's legal. It's legal-rific.
Yeah,
I watched it.
That's how we watched it. What'd you do?
Supposed to come back in a banana costume? I mean, does Agent
Are we doing
count?
Are we doing 01 first?
Yes, cue the bumper.
A guy to the Tinder turns to 1000% single.
Whoa.
What?
So I, you know what? I gotta say it. I have to say it. You know, I asked Izu what you say about a show that you used to love and now you hate, and you say that you just, and then you go on the show has just turned into absolute, and I'm just sick of all the filler, and just I want to get back to the story.
That part.
Wow, Tom, you mentioned Zeo a lot in that sentence you taped.
Wow.
That man, only 01 was like Zeo.
Yeah.
So,
Here's the Naruto face of the week. Bam.
I was like he just had a lemon.
I had to replay that clip twice.
Sounds like he just
to get a good
looks like he
screenshot.
just shit a lemon.
He just went to the lemon party.
Yeah,
the lemon
Naruto's-
party, if anyone doesn't know, is
Oh no!
A lot of Naruto's faces look like he shit his pants.
So,
this episode was garbage. I'm sorry, it was absolute garbage.
I enjoyed it.
I actually enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah.
Okay, I will grant that this is a filler arc. There's not a lot going on plot wise, but this was a good comedy episode.
Here's what it is. Let's put it simple. This was a filler inside a filler arc.
It was a break from the filler.
Like, This episode, like, literally, like, the fight was okay, but, like, not the best fight, and it was just... The only thing that I found interesting, it goes more to my theory, that human gears don't have to take off their shoes to go into Japanese households. They were in a traditional Japanese tatami mat home. Tatsumi mat home.
Or tatami.
Tatami mat home. And Izu wore her heels in. That is literally akin to vandalism.
Well, maybe it's a case of those are just her feet.
That might be, but this goes, this proves that...
you have to, like, snap her foot off.
Like, just to equip... Like, she has to, like, pop them off at a ball joint and put them back on. However, she didn't buy the exclusive version of herself that has switchable shoes.
No, that's a Toys R Us exclusive.
Premium Bandai.
Oh, yeah,
Premium Heat-In.
Reading that script was me watching this episode.
Oh my god!
I love this episode. It is such a pleasure to keep watching this show every week.
Okay, well, let's get...
Also, let me just say one last thing that nobody noticed. Okay, she walks out of the thing, and being human, she's in her socks. She henshins into Valkyrie, fights to the other side of the garden, de-henshins, her shoes are back on. Just saying. I'm just saying, I'm just so angry that I knocked shit over, apparently.
Yep.
But that's
that's the kind of inconsistency we're here to point out.
Yeah,
so.
That's a continuity error I don't know if anyone caught.
I watched the rather good!
Because when it comes to noticing things weird about people's feet, I'm going to notice. I'm like the foot detective.
And that's why you're a welcome addition to our diverse cast of what we pay attention to.
Wait, I thought the whole point was to replace him with me.
We're phasing into that.
Yeah. Like, if there was like something new with butts, like Lane would probably pick it up. Thing with boobs, like Ichi would pick it up. Or if it's a thing, with penises, it would be Gar picking it up.
Well, like I do enjoy a good butt, Tom. But
hold on, I love how the face that Gar's making right now isn't a face of I am insulted. It's a face of wow, that was a sick burn.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I felt that he would never have seen. Gar was choked to death on chocolate milk on that.
As long as he's not choking on penis.
High five.
Well, I'm more of a thigh man. So.
I know. Oh yeah, that's right. But that was just a sick burn. Because penises are funny.
And you can be cocksure of that.
I feel like this episode should have been like a part of the competition as who can better get a wife?
Oh god, this wasn't part of the competition. This arc is going to be even longer.
Yep. But it should have been like a human gear, Match was the human gear that's trying to get a wife for Aruto, and then a human with the Zaya Spec tries to get a match for Guy. Or do the opposites for each other.
Just no.
We all know Aruto's going to marry Izu. He's going to turn her into a human, a real girl at the end of the show.
Oh fuck, you're probably right.
Also, I gotta say, I love the moment in the episode when the Vice President and his assistant is there. And Shasta just fucking calls them out. It's like, he's here because he's a bachelor. Shut up! He's getting divorced. No!
I'm
just observing!
I was just thinking it's like we haven't been in an episode in a while.
Yeah.
Like, we need the money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can tell this is the writer of X8 because the plot's going fucking nowhere.
Oh, now we just need 10 episodes of the intro not happening. We'll be just fine.
Speaking of the intro, I'm surprised they didn't add Metal Cluster to it. Instead, they just show Freezing Bear for some reason.
Yeah, like a quick split second of Freezing Bear, and I was like, I'm not complaining,
but
it's
like a placeholder.
All right.
Yeah. It's like, and Metal Cluster. Sorry, Fred. We don't have the.
Sorry, Fred, son.
Yeah, sorry, Fred, son. We don't have the footage of that yet.
But yeah, it's interesting that the episode opens
with the Fred son joke.
The episode opens with Aruto trying to use the other progress keys on the driver, and they're not working.
Yes. So I love that the Metal Cluster Hopper key has prevented Aruto from using the other keys, which gives us a valid excuse in the show why he has to keep using Metal Cluster.
So
they actually explained how Metal Cluster Hopper was designed to seal 01. They were never very clear on what that meant until we saw that.
Yeah.
So kudos to them on following through on half the purpose of making
the more
metal
cluster, the better.
So it's like
I'm personally happy.
It's like when you use a hack game in your console, it kind of fucks it up a bit.
Yeah, it's like that's what you get for modding your belt.
Yeah, it's basically like a virus.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Metal Cluster Hopper is basically a password block virus.
His design a bit reminds me of Oh, what's the Digimon's name? The one from the our war game.
Pikachu?
Diaboromon?
The
Inframon?
the first one.
Caramon?
Yeah.
The rookie form?
Yeah, the rookie form.
I
don't know why. It just gives me that, like, the eyes remind me of it a bit. Even though it doesn't resemble it, but like...
Oh, you're talking with the baby form?
No, the one that they fought the first time before it digivolved.
The one that goes, "Hi, I'm Caramon."
Yeah, that one.
So yeah, the rookie form.
Yeah, the rookie form.
So Yellow Buster, she's not gonna marry her boyfriend.
She decided that a guy who proposed to her after a month and was accused of being a cyber criminal, maybe not be the best prospect for marriage.
Wait, what?
So I want to fuck a robot.
Well, eventually she gets to that point.
Now the guy, the matchmaker, that's Blue Buster, right?
It is
Yep,
Blue Buster.
and she's Yellow Buster.
Okay, didn't they actually have a fake wedding in Go Buster to lure out the villain before?
Yes, they did.
So and there was a line in Go Busters where Yoko was like, "I want to marry someone like you when I grow older," or something to that effect.
Well, yeah, Ryuji was like, when you were a little girl, you always just said you wanted to marry
That's
me.
what it was.
So they did.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. So we did find out that you cannot, in fact, marry a Humagear.
Damn it!
In a country where you can marry a Hatsune Miku sex pillow, you can't marry a sentient robot.
Wait, I've seen this episode of Futurama.
Yeah.
It sucks. The only cool part was with Kif being a badass at the end.
I'll
of the
always remember you, Chiharu. Memory deleted.
But this, what's the Match was his name?
Yes, Enmusubi Match.
Do you think he has a dick? Like, does he have a robo penis?
Someone pull up the specs.
Gar?
He tried calling Hasbro about it, but Hasbro never got back to him.
No, his dick is probably online exclusive.
Yeah. I was making a TED joke, by the way.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't... Well, then again, this reminds me of, like, Terminator Dark Fate. Our relationship is strictly non-physical.
I just love how, like, absolute truth-bearing, like, no holds-barred, straightforward match is with her and with Guy later, which we'll get to. But, like, he just lays it out flat.
Well,
like,
no, yes,
you
it
have
does.
18
It does,
fortune-telling
yeah.
apps on your phone, and you only listen to the one you like best. You latched onto someone who proposed to you after a month. You just want someone straightforward. Like, basically he called her a stupid bitch with no marriage prospects.
Okay, so
Ichi. I can't tell if you were talking about Kamen Rider 01 or any Disney movie ever.
Could be both.
Okay, so to answer Gar's questions, the T-800 does have a dick. I know this because if they didn't put a penis on their Terminators, that'd be a really easy way to tell they were Terminators or not. Just pull their pants down. 2, in Terminator 2, when Arnold's T-800 walks into the bar, the waitress looks right down at his junk and looks very pleased. So she saw something down there.
Sure, they do have dicks.
Yeah, now, to the amount of functionality, I would imagine that they probably
not reproductive.
Yeah, no, obviously. I bet you they could probably become erect, like... I don't think a Terminator would be around like...
All right.
This is not a tangent I wish to explore.
It's an honest question. It's
Yes,
just...
but we have determined that...
they have dicks.
Who here...
So that means you're the determinator?
Okay,
The
in the
dickinator.
studio audience, answer with either dick or no dick if you think Humagears have dicks. Or vaginas. You can also answer vagina.
I mean...
I feel like it's a data situation where, like, he has one and it's fully functional and he's trained in various sexual...
Wait. I know what it is.
techniques.
The genitals are DLC.
They just download Kama Sutra files or whatever?
Yeah. It's like, I want mine to be anatomically correct.
Oh, wait.
They have to be, like, custom designed to have it.
What's his name from Orville?
Oh,
Isaac.
Isaac?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can download the form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go watch Orville, everyone. My girlfriend and I watch it together. She loves it.
My cell friend and I watched it.
I'm watching Discovery. I'm quite into it.
Star Trek Discovery?
You mean the unfortunately initialed STD?
Yeah.
Wait, SPD?
STD.
Star Trek Discovery. The first season is good but disjointed. The second season is...
Alright, so...
I have a feeling...
I have to say that I am... While I was wishing we would get an episode like this, I have to say I'm actually surprised that the show decided to go into the whole can robots and humans marry each other territory. I wasn't expecting the show to actually go there.
I mean, they brought up, like, from what I've seen, which is the first 10 episodes, they brought up the fact that it's by law you cannot use a human gear to replace a human being. Mm-hmm. So I guess this had to be something they had to bring up eventually in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or people would be questioning it.
What's interesting is that I've noticed that during the Metal Cluster Hopper henshins is that when he activates the key, it says Hidden Metal's ability. And so, like, we were wondering why it said that, but I think it's because when he's in his berserk form, it does that, but when he gets controlled, then it'll do the proper one.
Yeah.
So that's probably it. So I'm guessing the new episode coming out,
But, like, if they're going to do the whole, it has an alternate startup chime, why have it be one of the ability ones, and not just a different jump?
Yeah.
It should have been, like, jump.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like warp voice or something.
Like a warped version of everybody jump.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Well, here's a serious question. If they did make human gears that you could, like, fool around with, would you? Like, I'm single. I would fuck a human gear.
I would try it.
I'd attempt it.
Yeah.
Because
they would do anything, man. You could have them programmed.
I'm not entirely sure.
I like that Gar's the holdout.
Way
to be classy, Gar.
Yeah.
Like, do you have to love the human gear? What if you fell in love with that human gear? Would you fuck it?
Okay, so we're going into the her type of storyline.
Yeah, we're gonna Joaquin Phoenix that shit.
I'm not entirely sure what I would do.
I just love that Gar's the holdout on this. And I just like that I'm glad that Emily's not here.
Yeah.
Because this would be the point where...
No!
I just noticed this is an entire sausage fest of episodes.
Yep.
Anyway, so...
that went down the human gear rabbit hole.
Tell us in the comments, would you fuck a human gear?
Yes, please do. Would you fuck a human gear? Yes or no?
My favorite scene.
I know Blaze wants to answer that question.
My favorite scene in the whole episode is when they bring Chiharu to this like proposed date matchup, and who walks in as her proposed date thanks to this basically Tinder service? Motherfucking Amatsu guy.
I love how much fucking shade they throw at him.
Like, I love that fucking Naruto's being like, eh!
And the best part is, not only is it him here looking for a date in his off hours, but he brought Yua with him to introduce him!
Oh, and, like, you can fucking feel and see the, like, just discomfort in her that she does not want to fucking do this.
He is a truly magnificent boss.
Yeah, like a wonderful president.
Him.
Yeah, like you can just fucking feel the sarcasm.
Now
him.
It was good to see her again because she is as lovely as ever.
The best though was when Match was describing Guy, and you just see you just fucking trying to hold in her laughter.
like I said, Match is just ruthless. He's like, you are straightforward and
narcissistic,
and haughty, narcissistic, absolute ass fuck. But there's a miracle amount of good news because that's exactly what this stupid bitch is looking for.
And by the way, he's 45 years old.
Oh my god, he's who calls it out on being 45.
And he just goes, "I am eternally 24."
I just came here to fuck a Go Buster, and I'm feeling really attacked.
but Naruto even asks Guy like why he's here, and he's just like, I want to take a wife.
Wait. At one point in this episode, I just realized that fucking Fua used the gun that said it's time for Buster in the episode with 2 out of 3 Go Busters.
Yep, ready for Buster.
Also, the fact they really leaned into the best.
But yeah, Guy says he's here like he wants to take a wife, and I'm just like, you have no time for a wife. The fuck are we?
He wants to get 1,000% fucked.
Yeah, but remember though, Lane, in Power Rangers Operation Overdrive, Mac's dad built him because he didn't have time to find a wife.
Oh.
And he programmed him to have childhood memories.
I forgot about that. That's so bad.
And then they even question it in the show, be like, wait, this is a picture of you as a child? Yeah. Hi. How come there's no shadow in the sun photo?
It was photoshopped.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what they're like. I don't know. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
The way that you guys are describing this whole online dating thing or whatever. It's reminding me of an episode of Futurama. Not the same episode of Futurama with the whole Amy and Bender trying to make humans and robots legal.
Yeah.
But it's the Valentine's Day episode where Bender hooks everyone up with dates by just going down to the subway and picking up random people. Be like, here's your date.
I just love that, Chiharu went to this Humagear matching for the matching service, and apparently it's not just the Humagear, it's also an AI, because basically Guy signed onto this world's version of Tinder. And then they match to the same service.
He doesn't seem like he's a very good matchmaker. And I can say that. How great of a matchmaker am I, Ichi?
Pretty good.
Because I hooked you up.
Yeah.
But anyway, he just seems like it's just on paper. But then again, I think I would still go there because fucking online dating is a fucking den of vipers.
Agreed.
You know what are my three big pet peeves that I would totally go to a Humagear to avoid? One, you load up somebody's profile, it's a picture of their fucking 8-year-old kid. I'm like, why is this your front picture on your dating profile? That's fucking sick. Two, if you're a Sagittarius, don't even respond. Just keep strolling because we won't get along.
Oh, no. Or the other one. I'm not here for hookups. I want something serious.
No, that's fine. That one's okay.
Yeah,
if you're looking for hookups, yeah. No, the third one...
My biggest problem is 90% of the people I've seen on dating sites are weirdly sporty, outdoorsy types, and I don't know how I keep running into them.
Yeah. No, but it's that's some high quality yellow right there.
Well, it's if you scroll up, you can get the joke.
We would date a fanboy, but not you.
Oh.
Shots.
Yeah. So we got some sweet.
Luca would say that, but I don't know about the other two.
So we got some sweet Valkyrie action.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was great to see her in combat again. The thing is, I'm not mad that she got fucking turfed because she's fighting the new level of.
You mean nerfed?
Turfed, lost the fight.
Oh, turfed.
So
I will say she had a styling ass henchman.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she did a styling ass henchman. She's fighting one of the newer.
The Penguin Raider.
Yeah, who's a bit tougher. She was holding her. The thing is, of course. Thouser can't fucking fight Metal Hopper, so she's not gonna do much better. Though she, remember how hard
Thouser
it was?
is such a non-entity in these last few episodes. I don't know why he even tries.
It's not. He's testing it. That's what.
We don't need him to test it. We just saw him kick the other two at the same time.
No, he's trying to get Metal Cluster Hopper to keep fighting more, so they'll
and failing.
Whatever. It's because Valkyrie keeps getting.
Get a new form.
Note to self: Ichi shuts a lot. Do that when doing.
No, I'm not saying
He has a new form.
No, but I'm saying he's trying to get Metal Cluster Hopper to fight more so that he can get corrupted by it, and then
he's already fully corrupted. What more does he want to happen?
I don't know. Maybe I'll explain in the next episode.
By the way, the Penguin Raider, I like that design a lot. The whole tabard, I don't know what you call it.
Well, it's an emperor penguin. So
yeah,
so
absolute. I still like whale better, but penguin was pretty good.
I like lion more.
I like pengu.
I was literally trying to. I was calling out the voice.
I don't know.
No, potatoes.
Potatoes.
But because it's a storming penguin, he has wind blasty fists, and then he, of course, slides along the ground.
And then Benedict Cumberbatch goes, and there goes the penguin.
Yeah, I liked Valkyrie when the lightning horn and she tried to use.
I love that
bees.
Metal Cluster shoots his swarm all around, and then Valkyrie switches the hornet here's my swarm,
and it was nothing. And now I actually want to see that in real life. I want to see a swarm of locusts against a swarm of bees, and just see how
they're grasshoppers.
Whatever, it's the same thing as a swarm of locusts.
I love that guy for some reason, just busts out this weird-ass trivia. Grasshoppers used to be cannibalistic. They would eat them their own kind. Is this 01's true form? No, it's not. You made this form, you stupid bastard. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dr. Beast.
This situation has been made worse.
I got to a point of this episode where I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this show?
I will say I like the one shot of Metal Cluster Hopper where he just looks over at them with the murderous face and then just yoinks out the axe.
I'm picturing the Metal Gear, the exclamation point.
Yeah.
Or like the Kill Bill, anger music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the shot.
Yeah,
it's
one
so
thing
good.
that we haven't talked about much, we kind of slid over.
Look closer.
It's
at
the
that picture.
Minecraft box.
Oh. Damn it.
Oh.
One thing that we kind of glossed over and didn't really address very directly was the fact that match, every time we would talk about matching someone, best of match!
Best match!
Oh, you build reference.
Do you get it?
Yep.
Yeah, but it sucks because you know what I was thinking when he said that?
Build?
Build was a good show. This is not a good show.
Oh.
Like, I'm not saying it can't get better, but I'm just saying right now, it's shitty. Like, I've taken it down to, it's shitty right now.
You know what? I'm not watching the show at the moment, but hearing you guys talk about it once a week, like, and during this, last 6 episodes-ish?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the last 6 episodes, you guys have just been like,
I mean, I've been enjoying
You know what?
it
If you were
thoroughly.
binging it, if, like, this is the kind of show, like, I think it could get better. But just right now, it's in filler.
Yeah, right now we're in sort of a low point in the plot, but there's a lot of good moments and some good comedy to keep it there.
I've been enjoying this arc thoroughly.
Yeah, but the weird part is, though, I'm thinking about, when does Kamen Rider ever do, like, a mini arc inside? Because usually it just keeps going with the plot. Where
Build had a tournament arc.
Yeah, but at least...
Yeah, but it was like
episodes.
episodes. Well, it was a tournament that it was an actual tournament with actual stakes,
No, I know.
with actual fighting.
My only real problem is that this is a tournament arc consisting of be better at our job than the other guy. And it's been following a very strict formula up until this.
Now we've got a fucking 2-part filler inside because they didn't mention what the next fucking thing is. They're just going to deal with more shit.
Like, it feels like here, like, they're trying to keep the show going.
It's filler, because that's what that is.
Like, they don't really have an actual plot after...
The only thing in this whole episode that I would call contributive to the plot is this one scene of Fua talking to Horobi, where Horobi says that he's basically going to kill Guy.
You know what this entire arc is? It's Dragon Ball GT.
Now, let's not say things we can't take back.
No, think of it. It's something a lot of fans aren't really liking right now. You don't really need to watch it, and it gave us a kick-ass form.
I think it's one of these things.
And it also includes
if we were
dancing
binging
villains.
this, we would go through this episode and be like, "Oh, those shit," but we know that better shit was coming. It's just right now in the middle of this filler within a filler. I just feel like
that is one of the downsides to watching these shows week to week. They're not that good.
I mean,
sometimes they're just not that good.
I like that Valkyrie had this killer moment of her being the one to yoink out Metal Cluster.
Yeah, she did it. And fucking Thouser can't fucking lay a hand on him.
Like I've been saying, I don't know why he keeps trying. He did what he wanted to do. 0-1 is sealed. Fuck off.
It's because he's trying to show that, like,
it's literally only for the purpose of having Thouser be in the fucking episode because he's the newest writer.
I can see that.
Just bring back Ikazuchi, for God's sake!
Aren't they doing that?
No.
I think I saw something about Subaru coming back.
Ikazuchi's gone.
Have him be the new Ikazuchi. The Ikanuchi.
The Supanucci.
My puns are terrible when I'm angry!
They took our jobs!
Speaking of angry, I love that the Penguin Raid Smash. I love that the Penguin Raider is this angry fat dude who's jealous of Match because she keeps having him drive her to go see Match every day because she falls in love with him after he completely sees through her. Like, she really is a fucked up character. Like, she goes for this one dude who is a accused wedding scammer after only a month. She just latches on to Amatsugai, even though he like basically treats her like shit and says he's a holy god for women. Are you worthy of me? And then after Match just like absolutely verbally shit stomps her, she decides that she loves the robot.
And she was over like, yeah, marry us for real. It's like, that's not what we're doing here. Like, did you hear the briefing?
Yeah, like it was a fake wedding episode just to lure Penguin out.
I just love that this is the second fake wedding episode I've seen in Tokusatsu in the last 6 months, and they're with the same actors.
Yeah. And like the whole purpose of the fake wedding was to lure Teruo out into showing that he was the raid. He was just sitting there in the back of the pew for some reason, And then when he's like, what the fuck, dude? You're supposed to stop them. And Naruto, like, tells him, don't worry about it. It's just a sim. Why would you tell him that? You're trying to bait him out.
He leaves to go obviously turn. You don't follow him?
Yeah.
Was a Red Buster in any of these?
No, he was in...
He was in Zio.
Was he in
He was Quiz.
Yeah, he was
shit.
Kamen
Rider
Rider Quiz.
Easy.
Yep.
I didn't like that one as much.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a mini arc on its own that kind of sucked.
Another callback was that the priest they got for this fake wedding was Enji, the actor robot.
Yeah, there's your Robo.
I'd rather go watch the Futurama episodes featuring loving robots.
So in the end, we get a really awesome Hisatsu by Metal Cluster Hopper.
Well, before that, we have to talk about Gairu and the bad words.
Oh yes.
So the fake wedding happens. Taro stomps out, and Chiharu wants to go through with the wedding, apparently unaware that their priest is not an actual priest bot.
He could probably download his application to be.
My brothers and sisters.
Now downloading White Collar.
I am an ordained minister. It took me less than a minute.
Yeah.
I could ordain Gar in like a minute if I wanted to.
But yeah, so that's when Match decides to bust out a little trick he had Izu help him with. He had her teach him a bunch of really bad things to say to a woman to get her to hate him. So he proceeds to go off on this speech of a bunch of censored words.
Now, this reminded me of not a Kamen Rider show, nor a Futurama show. It reminded me of Crichton's first appearance in Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Where Crichton is an android, or he is a robot, per se, in the show, in which he has to obey his master's wishes. His master is currently the hologram of, like, a hologram version of a character named Rimmer, who is an asshole. Like, he stuck up his own wishes. So he kind
of... real rim job.
Yeah.
Gar, what's your email?
You setting him an ordainment?
Yeah, we're gonna ordain Gar. Gar, what's your email?
AwesomeAutoRun@hotmail.com.
Awesome what?
AutoRun.
You could have just had him type it in.
Yeah. It's not real email.
Well, here,
I'll type it in.
Type it.
Alright, so...
Yellowcaster@castranger.com.
Anyways,
so it's like Gar rocks my socks. That's email.
It's Gar Rules with 2 Z's.
Gar Rules? That would be badass. Gar Rule. That's your rapper name. Gar Rule.
Garrule.
Garrule. That's gotta be the name of the episode. Garrule drops a sweet track.
No, Gar Rules with 2 Z's. There you are. But anyways, Crichton. No, it's with a Z at the end. Yeah. So So basically, Crichton. Like again, robot. He does whatever his master wishes. Rimmer, asshole. The main character of the show, though, he's like, if you want to be really polite, call him an asshole. Or smeghead. Or cock. And this guy, and Crichton ended up watching A Streetcar Named Desire. So he starts treating Rimmer like a piece of shit. And I'm like, that's what this scene reminded me of. I'm like, but with British humor. Lane doesn't like Red Dwarf.
No, you showed me the first episode and I was like, that was bad.
He's a smeghead for not liking it.
Okay.
So yeah, he busts out this cavalcade of censored slurs, and the show censors it by putting Izu's face over his mouth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he called her a bitch.
Well, excuse my French, but... Do you have the censor?
I'm ordaining you, Gar. I don't have the censor.
Oh. Okay, but it's like,
yeah, there's the image.
Excuse my French, but your mother and cheeseburgers, healthcare. P.S. You're fat. Isn't that kind of racist, Canada? Well, damn. I guess you're right, eh?
It's not Izu had a potty mouth. It's just that she knows that curse word. She looked it up.
I will teach you one fuck.
Irish is a big, fat, stupid bitch. Don't do it, Izu. Wah.
She downloaded a single fuck.
No fucks were given.
Yeah, so she's insulted by it, she leaves.
No, she slaps him.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what triggers him to go all, humans are evil and should be extincted!
I was expecting her to, slap him in the face, and then she just goes, oh, man!
I forgot they're metal!
He didn't metal.
Yep. But yeah, so that triggers the arc to mutate him into the Gairu Magia, which I get it, because they were going to get married, and the Gairu Magia shoots children.
Yep.
There you go, Gar.
Oh, I can
You are now legally ordained as a minister from the Universal Life Church.
So if me and Kelly wanted to get married, like right here, right now, you could marry.
Well, you'd still have to go down to City Hall and get a marriage license.
Yeah.
But Gar could legally preside over. So if you went down and got the marriage license, you brought it here. Gar could perform it, and Chris and I would be the witnesses.
Nothing beats the fucking wedding of Ron Swanson and Diane. That was the best wedding I've ever seen.
Yeah. So I could do it because I'm ordained on there. I've actually performed 2 weddings. Cool. With those credentials.
So, what's happening? So overall, this episode, not that good.
Yeah, so back to the fight after everything breaks out. Oh my god, Metal Rising Impact?
So the cluster makes 2 other metal cluster hoppers and just
he's not even good enough to do his own rider kit. He creates clones out of the swarm.
He doesn't need to. The swarm is his weapon.
And he dummies them both at the same time!
Yeah, no, it's great. No, this form's busted, and I'm sad that once Aruto gains control of this form, it's
gonna get nerfed to hell.
Yeah, it's gonna be nerfed to hell.
It's gonna be Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Right out.
All right, metal out.
Dad.
You went metallics.
It's 0-1
metallics.
Wow.
0-1 metallics.
Hey, are you guys talking about metallics in here without me?
Not yet.
The fuck out of here, Dragon Fork!
Don't throw that premium Bandai stuff at me.
Those Mattel products. What's the line?
Put down those entertaining Bandai products.
The Mattel products. Bustin'.
So, yeah.
The episode pretty much just ends with him going nuts.
Next week, we get the Progress Blade.
Which means that's going to be the episode where he learns to control it.
Yep.
Yeah, well, they've already showed him in the, he's got some yellow on the metal, and he's like, I'm going to get you. And I'm like, oh, he's talking, so he's in control.
Yep.
Yep.
No one likes when the Hulk has control.
I've been saying for years, I gotta stop watching the previews for the next episodes.
Oh, I did that with Bill, and it was hard to do when this guy here kept being like, next episode.
Next time we're gonna do this.
Sorry, not sorry.
And it turns out that Bowser is Aruto's father.
Fucking why not?
I want so bad, in 6 weeks, it turns out that he is Aruto's father, and it's like, oh, remember that time? I made that joke.
I remember when we were assholes to each other? Oh.
Hey, guy, tug your balls.
Give your balls a tug.
So anyways.
Don't do that, it'll pick up on the mic.
Keball!
Holy fucking shit! This episode perfectly encapsulated what Ryusoulger should have been the whole time.
Hey, you know what? It is now. I'll take it.
Is that a high five, or you want to talk?
I want to talk about the previous episode because I wasn't here.
Okay.
I take everything bad back that I said about Ryusoulger. Not all of it.
I mean, I wouldn't say all of it.
At least 70% of it.
That's a lot.
I've forgiven 82%.
What, not 100%?
Not 1,000%?
Well, technically, 100% is not a real thing because it's it goes to 99.999999997.8%.
Okay, so I got a joke.
Really good episode. It really fixed everything that I kind of had problem with the villains because it's oh shit. So there was a giant plan all along. I feel sorry for bitching out all the villains at this point.
You know, this episode, well, first of all, some of the best fights I have ever seen. This is, top tier fights.
In the show or the franchise?
In the franchise. This is up there. This fight was amazing. It just, when they were all tag teaming in, they were teaming up with Brown, who's boosting their abilities, and, it was just such a wicked fight. And it felt new. It felt exciting. Also, I was making a joke how it's you know how everyone has their own perfect team of Super Sentai and you pick one of each color?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not picking anyone from this, not even Bomba. and because I don't have because I have to replace somebody, and then it's like you call me RyusoulBrown. I'm like, he said it. That's a thing. I'm picking RyusoulBrown because I don't have what other Brown.
Shinken Brown.
Yeah,
Richard Brown.
I would still pick him, honestly.
Well, I haven't watched that yet, so. RyusoulBrown is on my list.
All right.
So,
do we want to go in order,
yeah,
or do we want to talk about the elephant in the room?
Let's go straight into RyusoulBrown.
This is absolutely not how you introduce a new ranger this late in the show.
All right.
Oh my fucking god! It's a joke character.
And it's like,
why would you do this?
I like that I made an impression of you earlier, and you said it was no, but you're doing the exact voice I did right now.
But
why would you introduce a character so late?
Oh, he's Jerry Seinfeld.
So anyway.
Why would you introduce?
Why would you do that, RyusoulBrown?
This was hyped up so much, and then technically he served a purpose, but that was just to hold the villain in place while someone else did the thing.
Didn't we think it was Nada at one point?
I had so many theories. I thought it could be Nada. I thought maybe Wiseru was going to come back because there was the Ryusoulgers are pretty good, and I was thinking maybe this was going to lead to them joining them, and that Wiseru was going to turn into RyusoulBrown. I thought maybe it was Master Black. The previews made it look like it was going to be Master Black. Not for one single fucking second did I think it could be Seto. No. And then this bastard just walks into the temple and goes, "Hey, look what I buried here 50 episodes ago!"
Hey, asshole, look at me, I'm Mini-Me.
A brown clone of the Gaisorg armor, completely unexplained, that I do fucking Naruto hand seals to put on! That I have no experience with. I'm trapped in an old man's body, so I don't have the reflexes or fucking muscle memory to use it well.
Yep.
So I'm gonna fucking trip over a rock and dance around like a goddamn idiot to distract the enemy so someone else can do the thing. Oh my god, I hate it.
And then
I loved it.
And then
I thought it was great. It subverted my expectations.
Cool.
Ko had a face while watching RyusoulBrown. In which, that face right there, I wish someone had a screenshot of it. Someone pull up a screenshot of it. But
their faces!
But Ko's face reminded me of this quote from Robin Williams.
You can't fucking be serious.
That's how I feel! I can't believe they would do this!
See, you already said it for me, but I was going to explain the reason why he was like that was because he was in Tatsui's body. But it still
in universe, that's the reason. But from a writing standpoint, no!
No, I agree.
This could have been funny if they did it earlier. Yeah. Have him serve a purpose for an earlier objective. You don't do this while we're in the middle of Endgame.
Then again, Kishiryu brought in new Rangers at the very last minute. Though.
Were any of them joke characters? They were just the inheritors of the previous dead Rangers' powers.
Oh, you know who came back? Asuna's strength.
Yes, that's a good point.
Grandpa Castranger.
Yeah, but he was never a joke character. It was the point of him being there was to go, look, we have all three generations of Castranger.
I don't know.
It was a proud moment because that series was all about family.
I have no problem with it. I thought it was great.
But yes, Asuna using her super strength again is something that has been sorely missing from the show.
No, instead, let's talk about how she loves food.
Yep. And how she's worried about getting fat.
And it's just, oh my god, it's that character from The Office. I can't remember, the bald one. The white, bald, fat dude.
Oh, Kevin?
Yeah, Kevin. There was one joke about him in...
I thought you were going to say Creed.
No, Kevin. There was one joke about him in The Office, about him eating a bunch of food, and that just became his shtick throughout the rest of the series.
Yeah.
It was just, he likes food. That was his shtick.
Because fat guy.
Because fat jokes.
And people shit on Michael because he tried to force him to eat broccoli.
And it's like...
I don't know, I thought it was great. I thought the fight was great, and I liked that how he teamed up, because he realized he's old, he can't fucking... But he was using them by, powering up their Ryusouls, and it was awesome.
I will say the one funny part of his whole shtick was right at the end, after they finished Precious, where he just gets up and is like, oh, hey guys, I just broke through my limit, like you guys always do. followed by him immediately dying.
I also like how they're like, they do the roll call, then it cuts to him, he's like, what? And then it cuts away.
They don't even give us the satisfaction of giving him a goddamn roll call. Even Nada got one.
I like it too. It just cuts it.
Huh?
Yeah.
And then at the end, and then he just poses, I've always wanted to do that.
It's like, then again, I made that joke as well. Just like, it's like, all right, where are we? Bunch of monsters show up. The Sentai team shows up. They're doing their roll call. Halfway through the roll call, cuts back to my characters. What? And then it's like Ani Green. It's like, it keeps going with the roll call, even though halfway through they're like, what? Like, if they didn't do the giant trip thing at the end or at the beginning, I wouldn't hate it as much.
Just woo!
Yeah,
Boom! Right in the wall.
Too cartoony.
Yeah.
It was too cartoony for me, though.
And then he died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he surpassed his
I think it
limit,
would've
which has
been
been the theme of the whole show.
I
Like,
think it would've
surpassing
been
your
funny.
limits. And then the first time, he's like, oh, look, I surpassed my limit. Fucking dies.
No, it's just... They hyped this up in the magazines. They hyped it up in the photos.
Got our attention.
That was on purpose.
It was on purpose. It's like, oh, goodness.
I think it would have been funny if, like, Tatsu, like, came back to his senses and he was in the armor still.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Ah! Ah!
That would have been great.
Thunderbreaster said the biggest tragedy of all, we lost Gun George.
Oh, yeah.
Can we have a moment of silence for Gun George?
Need a 50 rifle salute.
That should have been it. It should have been Set was about to, like, he's about to fight a RyusoulBrown. He's super awesome. And as he's walking towards Precious, just, like, Tatsui gains sentience and he, like, goes back and just, and he fucks up.
Or
Tatsui is RyusoulBrown the whole time.
That would have been funnier, maybe.
Here's something that makes a bit more logical sense. Just no RyusoulBrown.
Or no RyusoulBrown.
Set shows up, does like a psychic hold on Precious, be like, I'm holding him as much as I can. Do what you need to do.
Oh, it killed me. Oh.
Yeah. It's like I used up the rest of my energy to stop Precious.
Too much ground energy is dangerous.
That would have served the objective better, I think.
Yeah.
There, we didn't have to repaint the guy's org suit.
I mean, as a concept, I don't object to RyusoulBrown. I just think it was handled terribly.
This can't.
RyusoulBrown could have been a good idea if they had properly explained it, given it more,
you know why
more substance.
You know why they did it. We can sell more Ryusoul Kens as the brown version for Premium Bandai.
No one's buying the Geysorg toys anymore. Paint them brown and put them back out there.
Pretty much.
I liked it.
And it'll come with set quotes.
Yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. I have no problem with it. It subverted our expectations, and it was entertaining.
Premium Bandai RyusoulBrown Ken DX now coming out in July.
Coming out February 30th.
I want it.
As the first ever Brown Ranger. Fuck
off. Shinken Brown.
Shinken Brown is the first Brown Ranger. I don't care what anyone says.
I watched that clip like 10 times in the last week.
Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown.
Oh, yeah, Weiser's back.
We all knew it. He was not dead.
And then Ground stole his thunder.
Oh,
It's like,
man.
he just, like, Ground goes to this whole speech, and then the Weiser's like, you stole what I said.
I really am not happy that he's back. I really wished he was still there.
While RyusoulBrown was a slight on this episode, I feel like that bit perfectly encapsulates what's good about Ryusoulger. They serve the plot while being funny. Because Weiser comes in all, ha-ha, I wasn't dead, and I figured out the real plot. Here it is! And then Crayon's like, steals the attention. Dude, that was brilliant, that was funny, and it served the plot at the same time.
Yeah, RyusoulBrown's just the only bad part about this episode.
Yup.
I disagree. I loved RyusoulBrown.
It came out of left field.
No, it came from underground.
It came from
Brown
It came from Sonic Underground. No wonder it was shit.
Hey, I liked Underground, except for the fact that it had a non-ending.
I kind of wish it had that.
Sonic movie is really shitty. I didn't like it.
Those are fighting words. Anyways.
I just literally am sitting there and I'm like, I was kind of got into it. I played a little Sonic 2 on the way in on my Switch because I have the Sega Genesis collection. And I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a thing. 10 minutes in, I'm like, none of these fucking jokes have anything to do with anything. It's just like they're throwing fucking one-liners every 30 fucking seconds.
It's a kid's movie.
I liked it.
Like,
we will agree to disagree.
Anyways.
And I think that he looks like... You know what? He looked like a fake CG character because he didn't look like he had bones or muscles.
I mean, he is a fake CG
shut down
character.
before the movie
I'm honestly glad they didn't try to go hyper-realistic like Detective Pikachu did.
I liked the original design.
Oh god, please, I don't want Jellicle Sonic.
Anyways, let's get back to Ryusoulger.
Wiseru, he's back. We knew he wasn't dead.
He's back in Pog form!
But then there's the biggest, and I do mean biggest, freaking reveal of this show.
Are we the monsters?
Yeah, it turns out the Ryusoul tribe are not aliens, in a sense. They're aliens because Hellas made them.
Okay, I actually really, really love this plot twist. This is, like, amazing.
This was like, what?
So apparently, Helen, as we've been calling her, has been around on Earth since ancient times, and
Since
first
the dawn of time.
first spawned the Ryusoul tribe humans, demi-humans, as the guardians of the planet. But then the Ryusoul tribe succumbed to greed and avarice and the evils of humanity, as every human society ever does. And apparently the Druidons were created as a countermeasure to them.
Yep.
And then we went to war with them. So this entire time, we were the bad guys.
Oh my god, I just love this so much.
And then the twist I liked was
am I the asshole?
so then the Drudons decided they wanted to take over the world, or like a few of them, and that's when Helen just decided, all right, everyone dies.
I want to speak to your manager.
I'm resetting the world.
I am the manager, said Helen.
All you're dying.
I would like this universe remade, please, and this time make it
and so Helen decides that because the Druidons have been aggressively invading Earth, that none of y'all are fit to run the planet, and I'm gonna wipe the board clean and start a new chess game.
Reapers.
It's funny to think, the Sentai that started the 2010s, Gosager, what was the main antagonist plot of at the end?
I didn't watch Gosager, but go ahead anyway.
He was going to recreate the universe in his own image because he was a fallen hero.
Nice.
He was banished from the Gosei world and he got transformed into a monster.
Oh.
So he's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. Who says you guys get to choose what's right and what's wrong?
But yeah, this also...
I'm gonna reset the world. Ryusoulger, you guys are all assholes. Where's the reset button?
Yeah. How do I unplug Earth?
He's an asshole.
Helen's the plug.
Yeah. But this also perfectly explains why Yabasword went nuts last week, because he was all, kill the Ryusoul, kill the Druidons, kill everyone! Because he was spawned by Helen after she had decided to wipe the board clean.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck all ya. I'm out.
Bye.
Or better yet, I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you. I've had enough of all of you.
Yeah.
I was Master Black's still around.
I just love that this turned out to be like I have created this evil being from the most dreaded evil parts of all existence. Turns out it's man.
The scary door.
Yeah, it's man.
No, I totally forgot about how this episode started. It started off with one continuous shot.
Oh yeah, and when they're in the garage.
Yeah, when they enter the garage.
It wasn't a continuous shot because they cut to Tiramigo when he was talking about the plan.
But for like the first 3 minutes, it was like one continuous shot because it's like you see.
Oh yeah, because it's them stumbling in.
Yeah, them stumbling in into the kitchen. Then it's like back out, and then it's like you see them band. It's like, oh my goodness, did Sentai just do a great film shot?
Did they just do Charlie work?
Yeah.
But also during that scene, we get more information on the plot that actually explains a lot of things. So apparently the plan here is for the Kishiryu to seal themselves in order to reseal Helen, which explains why they were sealed to begin with. The Kishiryu and Ryusoul Calibur were sealed in the temples in order to keep Helen sealed. So this explains why they've been sealed, and now that they've been unsealed, why Helen is back and stronger, and like all the pieces are falling into place here.
Everything's starting to make sense now. Where before we were just like, why are they here? I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't really have an end goal because this was it. the whole... You want to be a pretty shocking ending, which they probably won't do. It does happen.
Where everyone gets wiped?
Yeah. Just the universe or the Earth itself just reset.
And then out of the shadows step the Kira Majors.
Exactly. Just no more Sentai. Wipe it all up. Starting off fresh.
I mean, Ryder's done that several times lately.
But, they won't do that because, kid show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like the biggest problem, though, that I have with that, though, second biggest problem. Well, not big problem, but just a meh problem. It's like, oh, that means we have to lose our Kishiryu. That's very upsetting because they're our partners.
Except,
bitch, we haven't even seen half of you talk to them.
Yeah, the only ones who really interacted with are Tiramigo and Piton.
Yeah, aside from
and Mozarex.
Yeah, aside from Tiramigo, none of them have really given a shit. Half of them don't even talk. Dime Volcano's out there doing riddles. Mozarex hates humans, or at least hates the land people. Pita's a little egg. It's like, you're trying to make us care, but also, why should we care?
Yeah, and that's why in Kira Major, all the Zords talk.
No, it's not like...
It's like... Tiramigo's the only one I even come close to caring about.
Tira!
Yeah, that's me, or it's like, hey, we gotta find out from Master Black what's going on. We can't really talk to what's-his-name. If only there was a restaurant in town that had another guy that might have an insight about this.
Oh yeah, the Elder.
Oh yeah, Wise One.
Yeah, remember when the Elder was a thing? Pepperidge Farm?
Why wasn't he Ryusoul-Brown?
Subarai wouldn't let him.
That should have been it. Like...
Subarai Productions would not let Ultraman Jack become a Ranger.
I'm sorry, but honestly... Set should never have existed. It should have been Wise One the whole time who's giving them all this fucking plot drop.
Speaking of which, Return of Ultraman Blu-ray coming out on Tuesday.
But yeah, he should have been the whole show. Set's not a thing.
When it's ready.
Wise One should have been Ryusoul-Brown.
Like every time that Seto needed to explain something, you just see the Elder drive in his fucking kebab truck.
That would have been funny.
Hey guys, do the thing!
Oh, here's some kebabs.
There's a Ryusoul caliber in that temple there. You want a kebab?
He's too expensive, guys.
Snowcone?
I do want a kebab, though.
Welcome to the Ryusoul tribe!
Welcome to the Ultraland!
Kebab?
Beta capsule?
Yeah.
It's like... You know what it felt like to me? It felt like the ending to Kamen Rider Den-O, when the Imagines start, sacrificing themselves to save Ryotaro.
Speaking of sacrificing to save each other, Helen tries to stab Precious, and Crayon gets in the way and starts speaking like he's possessed by Damon from Reboot.
Oh yeah, because he got zapped by everything.
Yep.
And by everything, it reminded me a bit of Indiana Jones 4 at the end with the Soviet Russian chick, not the Nazi chick, because I found out she's not a Nazi. But, at the end, when, the alien starts showing her everything, she's like, no, this is too much. And, she starts losing it because she sees everything. It's like, that is disturbing.
Yeah, it's like in the Phantom movie when the guy gets all the skulls together and he just sees everything. He's like, oh my god! His head explodes.
Or it's Brock when he goes Super Breeder 3.
Now I can't see everything! But yeah, so Helen tries to, succeeds to absorb Precious, and in the process, Crayon becomes one with everything. And while our prediction was that Crayon was going to get some sort of fully grown super form, we were kind of right, but instead it's Precious.
Precious, you gotta listen to reason! Helen's gonna kill us all! The Soviets!
No. Precious, don't you understand? If you defeat the Ryusoulgers, you also defeat us! If I have to destroy myself to make sure that those insolent, sword-wielding heroes are no longer a thing, then so be it!
But yeah, so Helen absorbs Precious, and we finally get some sort of mutated super form.
Super Precious.
Super Precious.
And then they use the power...
Helenus.
Friends they found
Superfluous.
Ellen
DeGeneres. I would call it Precious.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Helen DeGeneres.
Helen DeGeneres.
That's good.
God, you know what? The thumbnail for next week's episode just needs to be Helen, and just with Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, Helen's just a
Or-
ball.
I was gonna say, or Ellen DeGeneres with the Helen ball on it.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, because I don't think we can use Ellen. She would sue us for everything we own.
I've met Ellen. We're good buddies.
Bullshit.
That's
No,
not
I
illegal.
did meet her though.
You
That is
actually
not
know?
illegally
Matter.
binding.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
if
New York
we make
City,
a-
yeah.
if we make a joke in the future, can we use your picture? Yeah, sure, Lane. You sure can. That doesn't sound like me.
Here's your,
Ellen, nobody thinks that.
here's your candy, sucker, sir. Your life savings. Yes,
No,
I see it's in bill form.
No, you just use Finding Dory audio stock.
I haven't watched that, so.
It's like, Ellen, do we have your permission to use her face? What? You know, this stuff.
My name's Ellen, and I love lasagna.
Lasagna!
What can I unplug here, Ichi?
The charger right there. So,
Ow!
yeah,
I got shot.
and this episode, it feels like the ending, because as I was saying, like, oh, how weird would it be if the show ended with, like, everyone getting wiped out?
And the episode ends with a bright light.
Yeah, the episode ends with, like, a giant bright light, and I'm like, that's dark.
No, this is
Ironic,
How,
since
this is
it's
how
ironic.
Ironic
Right.
because it's this giant ball of light. And I'm like, that's like an incredible way to
They're pulling his Shadowbringers! It's Precious and Helen have fused into the new Light Warden!
No.
Oh my god, we're being retconned!
This is how Ryusoulger's gonna end. Ichi's gonna get this because he knows me. It's gonna end with them resetting everything, and then they're gonna explain the entire plot of Ryusoulger in the form of a musical.
Yes! Reboot.
Oh god, now I want to write that.
God,
Please don't.
the princess came
The Precious came and she said that we
and
had
Baba's gonna stab that thing, and Baba's gonna stab that thing, and Baba's gonna stab that thing. Anyways,
When Nada went face to face with Precious, his chances for survival went from small to infinitesimal.
oh my god. You know what, Gar, if you're never gonna watch Reboot, you're gonna watch at least Reboot the musical.
Yeah.
They'll explain the entire show for you.
I
Well,
feel,
up
5
to,
minutes.
up to season 3.
I feel like once I'm done watching all of Super Sentai, I'll probably watch Reap. You know what? If either of you guys ever... Do we have it?
I can get it.
If someone finds it, I'll watch all of it.
Cool.
Finding Reboot.
Reboot's a piece of Canadian history.
Love
It's
it.
the first animated...
3D animated cartoon.
Second one's Beast Wars.
Love them both. Anyways.
So
Oh, have you heard that they're actually pushing back Kishiryu? Because now, since Ryusoulger's gotten so good, they're going to do a second season. It's going to be called Super Ryusoulger.
Super Ryusoulger.
It'd be Ryu
Super Soldier.
No, Ryu Super... Real Superger.
Ryu Super Soldier.
Ryu,
Can you imagine
Kishiryu Super Sentai.
what Chris's
Ryusoulger.
reaction, or Ichi's reaction would be if they did say, you know what, we're going to hold back Kishiryu to do a second season? He'd be, like, he would slowly explode.
No, but then we find out that the Blue Ranger got a whole new redesign, and it's actually
They
something
pulled
Ichi
a
likes.
Sonic.
Yeah. Yeah, Ichi complained about the Blue Ranger design enough, and they'll redo it.
Get Sega on the horn!
But speaking of seasons...
Well, before we get to that, I just want to point out that the preview for the next episode makes it look like we're about to go through the
final episode.
No, not just that, but one of my favorite video game tropes. The dystopian illusion. It looks like they're going to go through the fantasy of what the world would be like if Helen's plan comes to fruition.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
basically like peace in our time.
But it's not a utopia, it's a dystopia.
Even though
It's a fruitopia.
it's not really...
God, no!
It's not really spoilers because...
It's a zootopia.
Everyone's shown it. Nada's there.
Wait, is he?
Yeah, Nada shows up in the Peace World.
Oh, fuck.
That was that spoiler we didn't click on.
Is this the world of all the friends we made along the way?
Yes, pretty much.
Oh.
Everyone who's died's probably going to show up.
Excellent!
Nada's back from Miami!
Shut up, Sonic.
Alright, it's time for our feature topic. I am sorry, not sorry. You knew I was going to do it.
Welcome all once again to another exciting Radio Sentai Castranger Super Sentai Tribute discussion.
Oh god, he swapped personas.
It is I once again, the greatest of all Castranger warriors.
The greatest!
McDonald's caster.
Quiet you.
Thouser Caster, yeah.
So, Super Sentai, the most consistent franchise in our little ball of tokusatsu shows. And what I mean by that is there's almost been a season every year since its creation, since 1975. Keyword almost. Just 1 year. That's it. But in the beginning of 1991, this probably wasn't the case. The 12th season of Super Sentai at the time, Chikyu Sentai 5-man, wasn't doing so well as a whole. The ratings were one of the lowest at the time. The toys weren't doing that well. They were just getting by. With the fear of the next installment was going to be their final series, a lot was changed. Veteran Super Sentai head writer Hiroshi... I hate doing this.
Do you want me to read the name for you?
Yes, please, because I can't do it in the Akayama voice.
Where is it?
Let's start with the second there.
Hirohisa Soda. His name is Soda?
Who?
Yes. I like him already.
Yes, Soda.
Soda!
Who wrote from Dai Sentai Gogo 5 to Chikyu Sentai 5-man and took over from Shozo Uhura, stepped down with Super Sentai writer Toshihiki Inoue taking his place as head writer. Kamen Rider fans may remember him from Kamen Rider Agito, Baizu, and Kiva. And making his Super Sentai debut, Keita Amamiya, who is best known for working on the Garo franchise.
Rock me, Amamiya.
Hell yes.
He was in charge of directing and character designs. This was also the final season for Kazuo Nibori donning the Red Ranger suit. You may remember that from Hikoni Sentai Akiba Rangers episode about that. So, with everything against the wall, how did the new guys do when working on the final season of Super Sentai? Well, it's 29 years later, and we've gotten 19 more seasons afterward. 29 more seasons afterwards.
Which just goes to show you, all these people every year are like, oh, Super Sentai's gonna end, it's gonna be the last season.
Yes, Jonin Sentai Jetman was a massive success, and today we are taking a look at the first 3 episodes of what people got into it.
I love taking a look at things.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm not going to be a part of this.
Oh?
Yeah, no, I'll do my own thing, you know. I like to smoke cigars and fuck bitches and ride motorcycles. I quit.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't play jazz music, though.
I'm back. I'm back. I mean, I'd rather look up police women's skirts, but
I'm immediately back. Let's go.
So, Mr. Blue Caster.
Well, first off, we should point out this funny little voice that's been piping in every now and then. We have a guest with us for this segment.
Sounds very bearish.
Please introduce yourself, Mr. Sir.
I am Bearcaster Vegas.
Welcome.
I am a sentient, hyper-intelligent bear.
He is.
Fuck all y'all.
So you would
most
say
bears
that,
are.
So you would say that you're smarter than the average bear.
He is Yogi Bear.
Fuck all yar.
Well, technically,
Wow.
I'm a bear too, because I'm a bisexual, very hairy man.
Are you the same bear that got
Not that
Leonardo
kind of
DiCaprio
bear.
his Oscar?
I'm not that kind of bear.
He's got you there.
Ha ha!
Anyway, so this was told to me. I watched this last year. Somebody told me this show was really, really amazing. And I was talking to a guy from Shout Factory, and they were going to send me free DVDs, and they never ended up doing it. I said, fuck it, just start watching it. And I was really mad, but this show is really good. Like, it is fantastically good. Now, it does get a little weird at times, and the enemies look like they're in, like, a Japanese funk video. Like, they're wearing, like, what could be best described as, like sci-fi, like you ever see like in a TV show they're at like basically what's supposed to be a Star Trek convention, but
they look like monsters from a made-for-TV movie.
Yeah, or it's like, you know how you see like, oh, they're Star Trek, but they can't use Star Trek things, so they make things that look Star Trek like. That's what they're all wearing. Like there's like the one kid with the sunglasses.
Trans.
Yeah, and who turns into
We're only talking about the first 3 episodes. No spoilers after that.
I thought we were going to talk about the whole series.
Nope, just the first 3 episodes, because this is such a great show. We are not discussing anything that happens past the 3 episodes.
Oh, Car, grow up, like Trans
Well, there's that one thing that Gokaiger kind of spoiled.
You can't have me here talking about Jetman without me talking about what happens in the last episode. That's just mean.
Okay, yes, let us talk about what Gokaiger talked about 20 years after the show ended.
Let me talk about this. I'm very passionate about this.
Go ahead.
All right, and I know the story. So basically, one of the reasons why this show did very well was something I'll call the Bomba factor. Black Condor guy was very attractive to the mothers of the children watching the show during the day. And these mostly, retired Japanese housewives really got into the smoking hot guy.
Literally smoking.
And to the point that when they made, how sometimes, they did this a lot in early Super Sentai, where they'll say, they'll name an episode, Somebody Dies. And other than Poor Burai, they usually were joking. Anyway, so they said next episode, Guy Dies. It's one of the names of the episodes. So a bunch of these parents wrote in saying, don't you dare. So they said, okay, we're not going to. And then at the end of the show, and this is covered in
Kaizo Sentai Gokaiger episode 28.
Yeah, that he, in the epilogue of the final episode, stops a mugging, gets knifed, and dies at Pink and Red's wedding.
White and Red's
wedding. And it's just such a random moment, and I'm just like, the fucking balls of this show.
Well, here's a tip. Here's something that will shock your mind.
Yeah.
That was always intended.
Yeah. And it was fucking amazing.
Since the very beginning of pre-production, they always knew Black was going to die at the end.
By the way, you could have just said a wedding.
Yes, thank you, Savage Caster.
Trans turns into an adult man.
Stop spoiling things.
A teddy bear turns into a
robot. Tom, don't spoil any more Jetman, okay?
I don't know.
We're here to talk about the first 3 episodes.
Yes,
let's focus on the
first three episodes.
Jetman Yellow kills Voldemort.
It is the year 1990.
Damn it, spoiler owl!
He's also a caveman.
The yellow Jetman is an owl.
That's the
It is
joke.
an owl.
Oh.
Go ahead, Gar.
It is the year 1990X.
X.
There's peace on Earth. There is no evil. And of course, because the narrator said it, evil happens.
Yeah.
But it's
Here's our completely peaceful space station where nothing could possibly go wrong.
The only problem we have are Japanese Daleks.
Yeah, there's Daleks in the first episode for some reason.
It's a
Zatsumatsu!
Zatsumatsu! In which...
Unacceptable!
That's where MetsuboJinrai.net came from. Angry robots.
But that is where we are introduced to our main character, Ryu Tendo, in which he is joined to become a part of Project J. The J stands for Jetman.
Now he was blessed with an attractive chin and chiseled features, but was tragically born without a personality.
He is what I consider the Superman.
I don't think that it's a spoiler to say that he doesn't get any more interesting than he is in the first episode.
He does get a lot interesting.
You know what vibe I got off him? I honestly looked at him and went, that's Japanese Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of the chick. But here's the thing with him is he's Captain America. Like, the least interesting things about Captain America being that he's so white bread. He's a cool character by his actions. Like, he's a good warrior, he's a good leader, but he's really uninteresting. The only interesting about him is the weird, fucked up relationship with him and White Swan, who has a unhealthy obsession with him.
Okay, I have to say, when we saw him getting the Birdian wave?
The Birdonic
waves.
The Birdemic
when
wave?
He's in
I know, right?
in that dark room, with a light shining on him in a chair, it just reminded me of the 1990 Captain America movie, where he was almost in the exact same set.
He's becoming a super soldier.
So, what's the name of the villains?
The reverse dimensional empire Byron.
Yeah, so I just wanted to psych Hitler with just some guy who's just in the middle of the procedure. Just,
in which this is the first time in the franchise's history where they're not aliens, they're not demons from below, or both,
or robots,
or terrorists,
or some guy trying to pose as a monster,
or from the reverse dimension.
They are interdimensional invaders.
Oh.
in which we see how powerful they are in this first episode. They kill everyone on that space station, aside from Ryu and his mentor, Commander Ayaka,
who is a treasure.
Ultraman Leo flashbacks from that moment.
Oh God, Ultraman Leo, that's Vietnam flashbacks.
His poor girlfriend.
But you know the thing I like about Vyram is it's almost like a grab bag of like different villain themes.
Yeah.
Like one of them is a legitimate sniper robot. One's a kid in a cape. You've got like this like woman with a Smurf hat on.
Then there's the evil, diabolical Maria. Like, what kind of a name is that for a fucking villain?
However, she has her moments. She actually has her moments because when she shows up to fight the Jetmen, she pulls out a fencing foil and out of a suit fights them to submission on several occasions.
Cool.
And the best part, Redcaster, neither blue or gray never caught on to it.
Yep.
What?
Okay, what was on her outfit that we're missing?
It's Ray. It's Ray's actress.
Oh!
Wait, you guys didn't get that?
No.
What?
She's...
When Ray died...
Red Falcon's girlfriend who got sucked into space is Maria.
Now this is actually...
Wow, I wonder what that plot
She's wearing a costume and shit. How the fuck
she had makeup on? Also,
to quote Chris Tucker, all y'all look alike.
I was gonna say, as much as I don't want to be the one to go there, let's say it, Japanese women, especially in that era of film,
I can tell them all apart. Because I love them all.
Anyway,
but that is actually one of the only other good parts of Red's plot, is that he has to deal with that, because right off the bat he's like, hey, like the first time he sees her is like, is that you, Ray? And she's like, who the fuck is Ray? And like kicks him in the face, literally.
I just love that, like, him and Rie in the first episode.
It's just Ray.
Well, it's spelled R-I-E.
It is pronounced Rie, actually.
So
Now
it's
It's Rie.
Yeah.
I heard him say it.
Yeah, it is pronounced Rie.
He just says it fast.
Yeah.
Anyway, like,
because he does scream it at one point. Ray!
The two of them at the start of the J Project, they're a couple, which is already a progressive step for Sentai, because they almost never do that. They're like, okay, so you two are going to be the first members of Jetman. And they basically go, can we still fuck? Yes.
I guess. It's not like Beast Morphers, where...
And then one of them turns out to be a villain, and one of them turns out to be a hero, and they're like, can we still fuck?
Can it be any more obvious?
Can we have makeup sex?
Maybe.
But yeah, so
sex?
the Vyram invades and attacks the spaceship, the Skyforce Earth ship,
which would have been a really great setting, but instead they get a boring military base.
Came in and attacked the. Fuck it.
Yeah, so Vyram attacks the base, and Rie goes out the hole into space. And it's really dark and depressing, and like, oh.
Yeah, so like
really good effect too.
Yeah, like so like we
90s.
see her get sucked out like from a different angle, but then like when Ryu's thinking about it later, we see like from his perspective her getting sucked out into space. I was like, Jesus Christ! Like that's terrible. But yeah, so we get introduced to like we see like
Renegade.
It's gonna call him Randall.
No. I have a bit. So, yeah, the leader of Vyram is this dude who's straight up the Phantom of the fucking Opera.
Yeah.
Leader in air quotes.
You know what?
The
first time I saw him, you know what I thought? I thought that all of my bases belonged to him.
But no, and then they say his name is Radigat, and my immediate thought is, oh, Radigat! Oh, Radigat! You're one of a kind! To Radigat! To Radigat! The reverse dimension's criminal mind!
I'm just gonna call him Randall.
It's Radigan!
So Randall, he
shows her Crandall.
So he shows up as a big like holographic image in the sky, or it probably isn't a hologram. It's just him.
No, yes. It's a projection.
It is because they have the ability to transcend dimensional.
Yeah, so it was him, and he's just showing up on buildings. Windows,
mirrors,
doors,
an eye in one dude's coffee,
and a guy's coffee. Like, yeah, it was his eye. We were just like, what the fuck?
He never uses this power again, by the way.
Damn it!
And then, like, he, like, throws his, like, fireballs out of his hands, and they, like, explode on shit, and... Yeah.
Oh, by the way, when Ryu was getting, like, pelted with the fucking Birdemic waves or whatever the fuck, you just see a couple of shots of this one, like, an eagle, and I just like, ah! And every time he screams in pain or whenever he's sad about his girlfriend, I just want him to just make bird noises.
Bird noises.
Oh no, we accidentally infused him with the chicken Birdonic waves. Guess you'll be known as Orange Chicken.
Can we please have orange chicken,
He just starts
Jetman?
crying
Well, I
every
mean-
day, and he just goes, "Cock!"
Yeah,
No, it'd be orange cock.
Now who will suck the cock?
This is a season that does not get an extra ranger.
Damn.
Yes, this was actually the final season to have just the core 5 Super Sentai members.
Yeah, because you Ranger was right
I
after.
Fun
actually
fact-
have a bit of interesting trivia in regards to that, if that's okay.
We'll be
Yeah.
the judge of that.
Oh, are you referring to the
No,
Let him say it. Let him
No,
say
let
it.
him tell the interesting trivia.
I think I know what he's talking about.
Okay, we get it. You vape. Go on.
Alright, Vegas, go on.
All right. So there was a non-canon manga that came out after the show ended. I believe it was deemed non-canon after Gokaiger came out.
The Jet manga?
But in that manga, they had a new ranger who I believe was called Hawk Green. Green Hawk
Eagle.
or whatever.
I preferred Stephen Hawk Green.
He was Green Eagle.
Oh,
Greagle?
right, Eagle.
Eagles are green. No wonder it was non-canon.
Just love how matter of factly you say.
Yeah, it's like, fuck that shit! Eagles are green!
Yellow owls definitely exist.
Speaking of Yellow Owl, let's talk about what happened to the other Birdonic waves.
You want a fucking
You know what?
You want a
I
fucking
love
green
this.
eagle? That's a green eagle!
Yeah.
You know what? I love it, the fact is, because the thing is, a lot of them, it's like they got the whole team together. This one, it's literally 4 random people. One of which is a schoolgirl, one is a debutante, one is a fucking farmer, and one is God's gift to married women, stay-at-home moms.
Yeah.
Who's basically like, he's like fucking Japanese Fonzie. He
Pretty
drives
much.
a motorcycle, he smokes, he gambles, he plays the goddamn saxophone. How more 90s could you be by playing a goddamn saxophone?
Honestly, watching him through these 3 episodes, he kind of had a face that reminded me a lot of Kaiza from Fies.
Is it the grin?
Yeah.
Really, that's Green Eagle.
That's not green!
That looks like...
His ranger's name is Jeffrey Kinsaki.
He's American.
Freaking...
He's American.
He's the American Eagle.
I wonder where he gets his outfits. Did he have an American Eagle outfit?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Damn it!
Damn it.
Fuck you!
Nice.
Too easy.
But yes,
But yeah, there is, and the joke that I make all the time is that they go to the debutante woman and they're like, well, guess what? You're a Jetman.
Fucking
And of course-
Ojo-sama over here.
And of course it's pronounced Gentleman. She's like, oh, but I don't want to be a gentleman.
No, she's all for it.
yeah, she's like,
It's almost
So-
to the point of, wait,
so
do you
a
want to change
gentleman?
genders?
Oh, is it? Okay, yeah, but the whole point is she makes that joke about it, thinking they said
Yeah,
gentleman.
she's just like, my life sucks. It's so boring being a privileged rich girl.
she lives the Disney princess life. She wants more.
Yeah.
But the thing is about her, though, is like, okay, you know the trope, you know, it's the, that happens mostly to the female characters of, I've hit some adversity, I quit. She quits like 3 fucking times.
Really?
She quits less than Black, and literally every time his machismo is threatened, he fucking quits.
Wow.
When he comes back the next episode, usually it'd be like, you know what, we're friends. She usually has to be wooed back by being showed a bit of the Jet D.
And we also have Raita, I don't want to call him a pacifist, but he is the farmer in which he
And
doesn't
he is a chubby dude.
he doesn't like violence, so I can't really call him a pacifist, so I would call him more of a
It was really unsettling.
gentle giant.
It was really unsettling because he looks like a real life friend of ours.
Yeah.
And I gotta talk about, I know we're only talking about the first 3 episodes, but there's a thing they do with his character that's one of my favorite Super Sentai little things, is he gets sent back in time to caveman times.
Oh, shit.
And his rudimentary knowledge of the present turns into a fucking messiah as he teaches like a race of people how to defend themselves and learn and shit.
Okay.
And when they come back, there's a picture of him in his fucking Super Sentai suit in a fucking cave painting.
Wow.
But they find it similarly to when they find a picture of Gates on a fucking wall scroll. They're like, hey, look what we've suddenly found.
Wow.
But it's a great episode, and the thing is, he's running around in fucking loincloth for half of it, and it's fucking hilarious.
Wow.
But I just mean, like, it was such a, like, an original thing. Like, I can't think of anything in Super Sentai I've seen like it. They literally had him be, like, you know, like, caveman lawyer.
In which, that is the biggest thing about this show all around. This did not do the normal Sentai thing at the time.
It almost feels like they're just like, it's our last season, let's do whatever the fuck we want.
Exactly. New head writer, new director, some of the same suit actors.
Yeah.
But aside from that...
let's turn a jet into a monster.
Jesus Christ, the fighter jet with fists.
Yes,
Fucking God.
The dimensional beasts. One of which, later on, is a cup of ramen.
Yep, the ramen.
And he calls
There's
himself
also
a god.
That was in this season?
There also is a teddy bear that gets thrown in the garbage that gets turned into a garbage teddy bear monster.
Oh.
That turns out to be like one of those, like, is the monster really that bad? It's Bergie all over it, or like Burger Guy.
Then there's the faucet monster that strangles this fucking, like, teenager to death, and then he, like, wraps back himself to a normal faucet and starts, like, stripping blood, and I was my god!
This show gets Agito levels of, like, dark and murderous.
Yeah!
Keita Amamiya.
Yeah, when I was watching the first episode...
hold on. Inoue, who also wrote Agito.
Fuck.
Wow.
Now here's a little piece of trivia.
Wow.
You might recognize the cockpit of the Jetman's mech. I can't remember what it's called.
Jet Icarus.
Jet Icarus.
Fucking Jet
is the
Speedor.
same cockpit for the Megazord in Power Rangers, just repainted.
Redcaster. He doesn't show up until episode 6.
Who doesn't?
Jet Icarus.
Yeah, we didn't get a Megazord.
No?
No, this was back in older Super Sentai times when the giant mech doesn't show up until the 6th episode.
Speaking of mechs, oh my god, we looked at Red Hawk and went, Speedor's father?
Yeah, it's Speedor's dad.
Also, anyone watch Akiba Ranger? They make a joke that you got a smaller version called Boy. This is one of the ones where they really did that. They get a...
They have a canon mech named Tackle Boy.
No, Tetra Boy.
Yeah, sorry, Tetra Boy.
Okay.
Again,
but anyway, that is a thing. It's the same cockpit set in this series as they reuse it the next season.
It's fixed up a bit, but anyways.
Oh yeah, so back to first episode. I love that our first henshin is when Red jumps out of his fucking jet and transforms as he's falling.
Yes, with his cross.
Which I think they were going to do that a lot, but it was just way too much of a pain in the ass. Because they do it a lot in the first few episodes, like the jump out of the jet henshins.
I like the henshin for Jetman.
And after about like 6 or 7 episodes, they never do it again.
I like the henshin for Jetman because it's very short and simple and it has like this really cool sound where it's like, woo.
I love it. I love the suits from the waist up. From the waist up, the suits are fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
From the bottom, they're wearing fucking underwear.
I'm gonna say
it's like Robin level circus outfit.
Black Condor's suit is the absolute best of all of them.
Oh, it all makes sense.
It complements the white so well. I'd say white is honestly the worst.
I wouldn't say it's bad. I would say it's boring.
I would say it's the odd one of the group because...
Yeah, Tetra Boy!
Yeah, Tetra Boy.
He actually, dances like he's fucking a boxer.
Oh, God. I don't know. My only complaint with the suits is, again, it looks like they're wearing, acrobatic short underwear on their suits.
Yeah. That's why, pretty much, it's... they've done that a couple of times, but, mostly it's, the pants are a solid color from the waist to the boots.
Yeah. There's no reason they couldn't do that.
Or shorts that are longer enough.
Yeah.
But these ones look like they've put on underwear. They have that Superman kind of effect.
Yeah, which
on red and on yellow, you see it so much. On the black one, for whatever reason, it doesn't stand out as much because it's so bold, but...
Yellow Owl is definitely my favorite of the 5.
Yeah. The helmets are fucking gorgeous.
I love the helmets.
The helmets
fellow
are
cast
amazing.
rangers.
Yeah.
Take a wild guess on what Jetman was based on.
Oh, Battle of the Gatchaman.
Gatchaman.
Gotcha, man.
Yeah, Gatchaman.
Which was
Yeah.
very popular a few years previous.
Yeah, I can see that.
Fun
Yeah.
fact.
And they do have a
That
lot.
would
They,
explain the slight redesign in the Jetman manga.
yeah, and the thing is, like, they do, when they do have the wings spread out, they do that a fair amount. They don't do it as much mid-series as they do at the beginning, where they actually have them flying, but they do, they're fucking serious when they start flying.
I just love they have these fucking, like, flying squirrel wingsuits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on brand.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the temp name for this Sentai was Birdman.
Birdman!
Birdman?
Yes,
Yeah.
Harvey Birdman.
Also,
the unofficial Sixth Ranger.
Yeah.
Harvey Birdman, Ranger at Law.
also the Red Ranger's fucking bringer sword. It looked like it had googly eyes on it.
I also love, the Green Ranger, she is a high school, high
You
school...
mean Blue Ranger.
Blue Ranger, yeah,
Blue
or
Ranger.
Turquoise Ranger, basically.
Yes, turquoise.
Well, no, she's blue. But anyway, she is this like troll teenager who uses her powers to
Cheat at sports.
cheat at sports and make money. And through the whole series, she mellows out a little bit, but through the whole series, she acts as a foil to some of the other characters.
I actually
like,
really
actors.
loved what I saw from her in these 3 episodes.
Oh,
Like,
she's that good. Her character has the least plot, meaning that I don't think she has any kind of backstory. Like, there's a few episodes I think where her parents are in it, but she has the least amount of story, but she has the most amount of character.
I just love that, like, they go to recruit her, and she's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll join you for." No. The first bit with it was
Join the track team.
join the track team after they see her cheat her way over the high jump, and she's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do it for $20."
Done.
And then they pay off that bit when they go to recruit her for Jetman, and she's like, "Okay, what are you paying me?" And the fucking pink ass Ojo-sama hands her a goddamn check for $100,000.
She's
Yeah.
not pink, she's white.
She is white.
There's a lot of pink in that suit.
But she's
Her name
supposed to
is
be more white than pink.
Swan.
She fits the role of the Pink Ranger. You can't say she doesn't.
She doesn't,
But she's
or
white.
she does, but her
You know
name
what? I
is
would say
White
in
Swan.
this situation, it's a pass. You can call her pink. Now, when it comes to Kaku Ranger, you can't call the White Ranger pink because she's got no pink on her.
And then there's Ninja, where we have both.
She's white swan.
Yes.
But I mean,
Ooh, that is actually another fun fact about these 3 episodes. What is one thing they never did in these 3 episodes?
Team attack.
Besides that,
Team Henshin.
well,
that never did they do a proper roll call. And that was one of the things that Inoue wanted to do for this series. It wanted it to feel, as much as birdonic waves, interdimensional fighters, and suits that can make you fly, he wanted to make the characters feel grounded in reality. Think of it. Every time when the Vyram show up in these first 3 episodes, never do they think, let's morph. No.
I did notice it took them a long time to actually morph.
Yes, they would either fight them off as best as they can, and then
I mean,
transform.
they have been shown to have civilian super strength.
Yes.
yeah, they do have civilian powers.
But it's something that Inoue definitely wanted to show off in this series. To show, because at this point, Super Sentai been going on since 1979 at this point. It just kept going to the point where, oh yeah, Super Sentai, that is a thing.
I was alive at that time.
But this, it wanted to show,
like a couple of months.
wait a minute. This show's taking itself seriously. It's not just flashy effects selling toys. This wants to tell a story. This wants to tell us a story about 5 random people having to become a team to fight off a threat that no one else could face.
5 typical random.
Also, they put a lot of... Are you talking to me again?
No.
Okay, I'll be back. Also, this has a lot of... the villains get a lot of screen time, which I don't know the amount of screen time before, but I mean, like, the villains, like, there's whole plot lines going on with Radiguet and Maria, and there's just so much plot back for them that you actually, at times, care more about what the villains are doing. And that was a trend that went from there. Like, we had it as Rita Repulsa, but how much plot, for example, does Rita Repulsa get?
Not that much.
Well, no, she's
Not
a good
until-
character.
Not until Zed.
Yeah, not till Zed, but
Not
she's
till
a
Zed.
notable character. Die Ranger also kind of had a way that you were almost like, are they the bad guys? Well, they were, but I mean, like, it's like... But I mean, like, it's the whole idea...
It made them feel human.
Yeah. Well, by caring about the villains' stuff they were doing when they weren't fighting the villains, it gave them more padding. They had stuff to switch to. And it also made you care about the villains. Like, there are, villains that, have setbacks and like, problems. And you got, oh no! Like, look at today. Like, how mad are we with, like, that, Crayon got fucked up.
Grey Casta. Wasn't there a certain gray robot that you pointed out?
Yeah, so another one of the villains is a robot named Gray.
Who smokes? Does he smoke in the first 3 episodes?
You
so
see
the
him lighting a cigarette.
The motherfucker has like a fucking cup, like glass of scotch, and he's smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, you're a robot. You don't smoke.
And
Robots don't smoke.
Take a wild guess on who his arch rival is in this show.
Guy.
Yes. To the point, there is an episode. It's
Smoke break.
There's an episodic episode where they play poker against each other.
It's amazing.
And they also have one of those...
And whoever loses dies.
And they also...
Spoilers, neither of them die.
There's also an episode where I think, like, it was... I forget what it was like, Condor Black gets, like, knocked down. He's like, no, you get up and fight me fair. Like, they get a respect for each other. And it's actually amazing.
A single respect.
Yes, I'll have one respect, please.
Yeah, Gray was cool.
But yeah, so
all of them are fucking amazing.
And like Gray's lighter is in his finger.
Yeah. I just love that at the end of the second episode, all the villains are just assembling, and one of them just like blurts out, "Whoever kills Jetman will be the new king." I'm like, oh, is that what we're doing? All right.
It's like they're there. It's like they've conquered like other dimensions, and they're fucking bored.
I love how they refer to Earth as like the front dimension because they came from the reverse dimension.
They were from the back dimension, i.e. Dunville.
We see a dimension where they conquered, and you want to know what it is? Nothing. It's a wasteland.
They glass it.
They destroyed
Covenant
everything. Well, except for one mech.
Oh, is that the one where we get Jet Garuda?
Yes.
Oh, I love
where
it.
There's just,
that's
nothing.
awesome.
But that just proves how powerful these villains are. Yeah. When you see where they come from and there's nothing.
It's like the Jetmen are the first people, because of the Birdonic Wave, to stand up to them, and they're kind of like, I'm not even mad, let's see where this goes.
Even by the end of the 3rd episode, they're like, we'll love enjoying this game with you. We love to see you get stronger so that we can wreak more havoc.
They are my second, I'd say they're my second favorite villain team, other beyond the, I can't remember the name, the bondage fetishists from Die Ranger.
I don't remember them.
The Gorma.
Gorma, yeah.
Yeah, the Gorma.
Yeah, they were fucking amazing.
They're no Death Galleons, because to me, those were probably my favorite villains from the franchise.
From Ryusoulger?
And they don't do any rapping. like Bandora does rapping.
Oh, yeah. God.
Dora!
To be fair, Zyuranger was a very mature show for the franchise. Zyuranger kind of went like, okay, we have our audience back. Let's kind of go back to basics.
Well, you know what it is. You know what it
First
is.
of many.
It was okay. So a lot of people were bored of Super Sentai. They didn't really hate it. They were just bored. And Jetman kind of flew in. Pardon the pun. Flew in and just like got everyone back on board. Did some changes. Got everyone excited about it again. So they spiked the ball, and then fucking Zyuranger like fucking nailed it into the goal. It was a 1-2 punch.
And you want to know what Zyuranger did to keep those audiences' attention?
Fucking Burai.
That was the reason they created the 6th Ranger.
Oh.
We need to keep these people from Jetman to keep watching our show. Let's introduce it. Let's introduce a foe.
Yep.
Let's introduce a foe that
An
these Rangers
evil ranger.
Exactly.
Yep.
Something that they cannot defeat.
And the first few seasons of adding a new Ranger, they added it in a very interesting way. Like in Die Ranger, it's like a kid and they don't know who it is, and it's like this rival they can't control. And
it's like Justin, but better.
Yeah, well, the kid in Die Ranger, and we're going to talk about Die Ranger at some point. The kid in Die Ranger is fucking awesome. We better fucking talk. If we don't talk about Die Ranger, I'm going to derail and talk about Die Ranger for an hour.
Fun fact: Commander Aya in this show is actually Ko's mother in Die Ranger.
Yep.
Wow.
There's a lot of people.
Shit.
There's a lot of people that show up.
Then how did he turn out to be such a disobedient little shit? Because she's like an absolute
Same
fucking
actress, same
commander.
character.
Yeah, she fucking break
Also,
blocks and stuff.
Another fun fact: Renegade's actor, trans second actor that shows up in the show, actually it's either Renegade or trans second actor goes on to do more Super Sentai,
Cool.
in which he was actually a rival for Ryu Ranger and Die Ranger.
One of my favorite bits towards the end of the second episode.
One of them was Jin?
Yeah.
But one of
Jin's awesome.
my favorite bits near the end of the second episode is like the whole episode. Guy's just been an absolute pill and not playing along, and then after they all fight together, like Guy pulls out his cigarette to smoke, but he can't get the light working, so Ryu takes the lighter and lights it, and Guy's immediate response is to just fucking sock him.
Yeah. They have this.
How dare you?
Yeah,
be
They have
helpful?
this like bromance through the series, and that's pretty much how that goes.
But yeah,
Fuck
like
you.
at one point, like Guy pulls up to like these two cops, like female
Oh
cops.
yeah,
that are
the
in
lady
car.
cops.
And so he's just like looking down at like one of the cops' skirts or whatever, and like she notices he's looking at her, and so she like tries to cover it up.
Hey,
And
how you do?
yeah, and so he like starts speeding away to like get
runs
them
a red
to
light.
Yeah, to pull him over, and then he's like, "All right, I got your attention."
I absolutely love this genius bastard because like he runs a red light on purpose so that they'll chase him down.
You want to know the funny thing? If you go back and watch the Go Kaiger episode, knowing you've seen these 3 episodes and you've seen how he is, you see he acts like this with Luca.
Ha!
He hits on Luca.
Oh.
Unsuccessfully.
Because Luca doesn't...
What man could tame her?
I'd like
Marvelous.
to try.
Dawn.
I mean, you're right.
Dawn.
Sure.
I can see Dawn
No,
hooking up in the future.
I always saw Joe and Luca being a thing.
I don't know. Opposites attract.
I don't know. Joe's too into his own face.
Yeah. Joe's busy handling his swords.
He's such a narcissist that you can call him a narcissist when Marvelous is standing next to
So
him.
like a lot of episode 3 was just pretty much like Ryu's trying to recruit Guy into Jetman.
How are we
And-
gonna settle this motherfucking bike race?
And white, blue, and white, blue, and yellow. They're training.
Fight up,
And getting
fight
their
up.
absolute shit kicked in by their commander lady, who's an absolute boss.
Yeah, she is a boss all the way through. And the thing is, like, if they had like thought about it, they should have made her a 6 Ranger.
Absolutely.
And it's great because like at one point like Blue calls her like a witch or something, and you just see her go like, "The fuck yous call me?"
Abe, you talk back
Dude,
to her.
I saw that. That was amazing.
Anytime in the series, okay, at one point one of the villains is in the, talks back to her and she fucking kicks him in the face.
Nice.
Like, she is fucking fierce.
Someone needs to do fan out of her as Violet Raven.
Yeah.
And which, here's another nice tidbit about her, Commander Aya.
Did you say a Timbit?
Yes, a tidbit.
Tidbit. Nah, I like Tidbit.
She is the
Canadian
first.
equivalent of a tidbit.
She is the first female mentor in the franchise,
Yep.
And she fucking owns it.
and she fucking owns it. Yes, Aka Yellow is here. That's why that is why I am standing up,
Even though
this is an audio podcast.
that.
He's been
But-
doing this
but-
thing the whole time. I don't understand
but-
why he's doing this voice.
Because it shows just how powerful.
By the way, I drank all the Pepsis.
Aka Yellow's here. He's just standing in the corner because if he moves, I eat
Aka
him.
Yellow is inside all of us.
Aka-
It's all about the Aka Yellow you meet along the way.
Yes, you do.
Dragonborg, I will bite you.
Whoa.
If you bit me in a dream, you better wake up and apologize.
But yes, they challenge stuff in a race.
You couldn't beat me if you had a handful of vegetables.
That's another thing.
Alright.
That is another thing about Jetman that I want to bring up.
Vegetables?
You couldn't throw hands at me if we were playing poker.
Besides vegetables. Did you notice that the 2 monsters of the week that we had never spoke?
Yeah.
It shows how cruel they are.
Well, yeah, they're beasts. Made from fighter jets and faucets.
See,
Jesus
Blaze,
Christ.
they didn't invite me. I broke out of the zoo and I just showed up.
We like the bear.
It's because we did Jetman, so the next series over is Zoo Ranger, so because we're so close to the zoo, he broke out.
Wait, I thought it was Jew Ranger.
We're not getting into that.
Okay.
You really reached far for that one, Ichi.
Yep.
But yes, Ryu and Guy have a race, and shockingly enough, Guy wins. Only because Fawcett Dimension came in and started attacking the kids that were some fucking reason there.
Yeah, some rando kids show up to watch the race and then get attacked by the scary wriggling faucet snake!
I don't think they came to watch the race. I think they were just there and they happened to look, oh,
Yes.
that's what he's doing.
Hey look, some guys are doing stuff!
Also, look how awesome Commander Aya is when she almost gets attacked by the Fawcett Dimension.
She just grabs a knife and slices the bitch.
That's how she knows not to fuck with people.
Did you guys notice that she got attacked by tentacles in 2 episodes?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, when one of
That
them
was
was
a
in
little
the jet
weird.
or whatever like that, like the wires like came out of the jet console and it was like,
Also, can I just say, the fucking monster, the way that the first one, the bug, it just like lashed out its tongue and straight up vored some dudes and straight up murdered them?
Yeah.
Ugh. Creepy.
Yes.
Also, confirmed, Red Ranger likes very hot milk.
Give me a shot of milk. I'll be over there with Commander Moncada talking
Imagine
about
that.
programs.
So eventually, like Ryu just like goes to help the other Jetman men.
Jetman.
The
And
gentleman.
so Guy's like on his bike and he's just like starting to be like, no, I don't care about those guys. No, I don't care about those guys. Why the fuck am I caring about those guys?
Damn it, how am I already back here?
Yeah, right?
Shit, I'm already here.
Damn it, I turned around minutes ago!
Give me the more. Like, at one point, like, in another episode, he was, like, he said, like, fuck this, I don't want to be a Jetman, but I really wanted him just, like, he takes off the morph, but I just really wanted to be like,
Oh yeah, no, that's stuck on there for life.
get off! Fine, I'll go be a vigilante somewhere else.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know,
Blackbird.
this is one of those early seasons of Super Sentai when it could be fetish fuel without anybody having a problem with it. Case in point, this is actually a screen grab from Jetman. Some young women trapped in slime.
Oh dear.
Oh,
There was also a scene
Seems
where
right.
Black Condor grabs one of the Grundium by the balls.
By the balls. And he's like,
Yep.
how would you like that?
I love that the Mook's reaction is for the fucking lights on its face to just blink. Reaction!
They also now have a Jeep with a turret on it, and it was pretty
Which
cool.
is fucking badass!
Yeah.
That Jeep was
Fully-
great.
Now, if only Carter Grayson was driving it,
Mm-hmm.
he would have ran it straight into the beast.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Best Red Ranger.
Hashtag best Red Ranger. Give him a water bottle and a gun, the entire invasion would have been over in an hour.
They gave him he made
There it is. Yeah! Love
The
it.
Mooks this season I really enjoy. Simply because
Honestly,
the black
the-
design.
they call it-
Forgettable.
that move is called the Donald Trump. You just grab him by the pussy.
Donald Trump.
Okay, we shouldn't bring in politics in this show. But fun. Do you guys know? Would you guys like to know what they're actually based on?
Yes.
Mm.
Magma.
Oh.
Yeah,
like
I
we're
guess.
hot magma.
Because when they first showed up, Radagay had them
Honestly,
ripping out of his
the
hands.
patterns on their suits looks like something was squirted on them.
Phrasing.
All right, we're ready.
Coat them in mustard and ketchup.
So then eventually they go all do a group henching, and it's just a quick one, and they're like, yeah, we're Jetman.
Nope, they never. Ryu refers
Well, Ryu
to them
says,
as Jetman,
yeah, he's like, we're Jetman.
but they never do the whole
No.
Shoji Sentai
Jesus.
No roll call.
gentleman.
Well, they do it later.
We also get to see Black Condor's wing gauntlet, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yes, the sidearm of
The
every
power
ranger, in which
Wait, that's the sidearm of everyone?
yeah, everyone gets one, in which
That's weird. I don't, because like we only saw him use it, and we've only seen Red use the sword, so I thought that maybe everyone had a unique weapon.
no, they this is before signature weapons were huge, big.
Damn
thing.
it!
So everyone got.
I think
everyone gets the
ironically,
wing gauntlet, but the only difference is at the end there's a little like winged piece in which they're all colored based on their own design.
I think the first signature weapons were actually Zyuranger because they get like the gun axe, the bow and arrow.
Go Ranger.
Honestly, it makes sense that the Jetman don't have individual weapons because they're
meant to be an
organization.
Yeah. You know what? I'm watching this. Okay, I'm watching this cock grabbing action here, and there's a thing that I've noticed. Other than the cock grabbing, I've never seen a ranger headbutt somebody with their helmet before.
Which is great because he's got a beak on it.
Yeah.
But
peck, motherfucker!
It's a bar fight. That's what he's doing.
What I also love about that fight is when they defeat the insect dimensional beast at the end. Yeah. None of them are like standing dynamic. They all fall to the ground because it's like, shit, we never dealt with an explosion like that before.
It's the first one.
It's like, I'm going to fight you over here, Magma Guy. I'm going to give your balls a tug.
Because again, keeping the show grounded. So I think we should start wrapping this up a bit. So, Ichi and Lane.
Yep.
For not seeing Chojin Sentai Jetman, what did you two think of the first 3 episodes?
Personally, it's fucking awesome. Like, I like how each character is actually, like, different, and, like, they all have something, like, interesting to bring to the table. Black Condor being the absolute best of them, in my opinion.
He was the fan favorite.
He's badass. And just, like, the shots were really good. I thought the action was pretty good. The suits are nice. The villains had a really strong introduction, and I really liked how they were just like, we're here to fuck you up, no one's gonna fucking stop us. And like I liked Gray, but I liked Tran because I liked that he was like a little fucking kid, and he was really funny.
He gets darker as the show goes on.
Yeah, so I've heard. And just honestly, I'd like to I'd like to see more.
I was gonna film a little bit for a second here. Give me just a second.
So yeah, I like Jetman. It's cool. And the theme song, woo!
Yes.
So fire.
And who does the opening?
Kageyama, voice of the motherfucking gamer.
All right,
that's why.
For a second, I gotta film a thing.
Oh,
all right. Okay, so it falls to the ground, then it resets. All right. Oh, I can't record audio while I'm using Discord. No. I'll do it.
Dead air! Woo!
Blue Caster, what did you think of Chojin Sentai?
I mean, Lane pretty much said it all. I mean, I liked it. All the characters were unique. They all popped. They had interesting foibles about them. The villains were like just bursting out of the gate with their own flair. I'm looking forward to. I'd be interested to watch more because like we haven't seen the Megazord or any of that yet.
That's what I liked about these old Super Sentai seasons. They took their time when introducing the Megazord.
And there's only 3 that you get through the series, and each one of them feels like you've got a really good run with it.
Yeah.
Red Caster, your thoughts on Chojin Sentai Jetman after rewatching these 3 episodes?
This show is it's amazing. It is one of the best Super Sentai seasons they've ever done. It's one of these ones that somebody said it was their favorite. We're like, there. It's the trope set that's best. It's the original stuff. You can see a lot of stuff that started here and continued on. It is a series that not enough people have watched, and the thing is almost like Haim Sabin wanted this to be the Ranger show that he brought to America, and it wasn't, and it should have been. Like this series is fantastic, and not enough people know it, and more people should. So go watch it on Shout Factory.
Yes, that is the thing about this Super Sentai season. It is legally available in the West. You can either stream it on Shout Factory TV website, where every episode is fully subbed, and you can watch it there. Or, if you want it physically, you can also buy the box set, either at Amazon or eBay or whatever.
You can go online. You can there's an app for Shout Factory. You can also try the mobile game that over 6 million people are using, Raid Shadow Legends.
God damn it. Vegas! Tell us what you thought of
I am terribly sorry, sir. What did you think of the first 3 episodes?
Well, the first time I ever learned about Jetman, the way it was explained to me is that it was considered that at the time it was the best Sentai. From the episodes that I have seen, I can see why people say that. The action's great. The heroes are, like, I loved each and every one of them. The villains are great too, and it's rare for me to enjoy watching Sentai villains. It's overall like fantastic.
Cool.
That's great. Oh, I didn't say what I thought of it.
We're out of time. Let's go. See you next week, everybody.
Yes. It's been 7 years since I've seen Jetman. It's been a very long time since I've seen it. Jeebus. It has definitely improved over time. In which, by that, I mean...
It's aged like a fine bird wine.
Exactly. It's aged like a fine wine. I watched this when I was...
Birdonic wine.
If you watch this, you'll want to watch the rest. It'll infect you like the coronavirus.
You'll catch the bird flu.
Congratulations. This episode's now dated.
You'll get the birdemic.
Yep. But I made that joke earlier. I called it the birdemic waves.
As I was saying, just... In high school, I thought this was one of the best. I watch it 7 years later. It's still one of the best. Fun fact, actually, quick story. I found the old Blue Ranger figure I used to play with as a child. Yeah, it wasn't a Mighty Morphin figure. It was a blue swallow figure from Japan.
Is that what her bird is? I never looked into
Yes,
it.
it was. Yeah, it's a swallow.
You mean swallow?
Swallow. Yes.
Swallow's the Pokemon.
Yes, sorry.
And Swallow?
Yes, her and White Swan, I had 2 figures of when I was a child. Just thinking they're Power Rangers. What are the odds that, even at a young age, I knew Super Sentai would be something I would enjoy? Also, Black Condor was my first Ice-Age figure arts, which I still have.
Cool.
But that wraps up the second installment of the Super Sentai tribute episodes. In which, if you listen to this live, I hope you all enjoyed it.
If you're listening to it on YouTube.
If you're listening to it on YouTube, the next Super Sentai tribute episode is happening in March. Now, back in 1991, this was known as the 12th Super Sentai season. Because at the time, Go Ranger and Jacka weren't considered Sentais, a part of the franchise until 1995 with O Ranger. So, in March, I thought, to do so correctly, we should go where Super Sentai...
Everyone knows your name?
Yes. Where Super Sentai properly started. By watching the first few episodes of Battle Fever J.
Yay! I love Battle Fever J.
Well, that's a month away, so... Jikai! Nino Sentai Castranger! Our feature topic for next week, we're going to be continuing down the path of child happy nostalgia with episode 5 of Tokusatsu Gagaga.
Oh yeah. Episode 5. God, it's so easy to do.
Alright, so that is the show.
Thank you, God, for showing us Jetman is a glorious Sentai.
It was Aka Yellow that showed you all Jetman.
Yes.
So
I'm really not buying this bit. It's getting a little old.
Oh, don't worry. Aka Yellow has a good plan in time.
I should make my own character called Kylo Lane, where I just come in and just give random ass Star Wars knowledge.
No, I'd rather you bring back Nightly.
All right, this bear's got
I prefer the day lane
before Animal Control finds them. I'll catch you guys later.
Bye, Vegas. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, Vegas-kun.
Sayonara, Vegas-sama.
Vegas-kuma.
All right, so that has been Castranger. As always, thank you everyone for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, and hitting that bell.
Oh yeah.
Make sure to check out the primary source of our hijinks, which is, as it has always been, castranger.podbean.com. From there, you can find our Facebook page where I post thumbnails days earlier than the episodes are posted, our Twitter account, our merch store, our Discord server where you can listen live and hang out with all the cool people who are in our chat today, our Patreon where you can pledge to help us make the show better for you, and that's about it. So thank you again, and we'll see you next week.
And just a reminder, people, before using your faucets, make sure no blood's coming out of it.
Yep.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that's probably a serious problem. Also, if you're using your skin faucet and blood comes out of it, see a doctor.
Yeah.
Make sure when you're flying a jet, it doesn't have arms coming out of the side of it.